Hello, everyone. Hopefully you are seeing me and hearing me okay. I am live on YouTube and on my business page on Facebook. So if you don't know me, my name is Chris. This is Total Body Strength with Weights. So I do have an optional step for some of the moves if you want to use that. I'm just getting my weights ready and close to me so I can grab them. I'm going to turn some music on. I have a sweat towel here. Make sure you have your water, a few sets of weights. We are going to be working total body today. So we are doing head to toe, mind too. You have to think a little bit. So let me just make sure you guys can see me okay. That's Jenny. If you see my little Jenny running by, she always likes to join in the fun. And I'm just going to change this a little bit and we're going to get started. So we're going to warm up. I'm going to turn some music on. Hey, Arwan, how are you? I can see you there. So total body. So grab your weights. I have 10s, 12s, 15s. I am going to be using 8s for something for shoulders. So if you have something lighter, you could also use 5s, 4s, whatever range of weights you have. Just have something ready to grab. So we are going to get warm. I do have my step just for some of the moves because we are going to be doing push-ups and chest press, renegade rows, things like that. We will be in plank for a little bit of it. So let's get started. I'm going to turn on my tracker for when I think of it, I like to do it. Functional strength training. And we're going to get going. If anybody missed my 5-day health project for women last week, let me know. I'm going to keep the group open for a little bit so you can do it again. If you did it last week, you can repeat it. So I have a new playlist. Let's see how this sounds. Hi, Suzanne. Hey, Arwan. Let me know how the music sounds and how I sound. Good. I got the thumbs up. Perfect. Thank you. Okay. Let's get nice and warm. So you just need weights today. I have my optional bench. Let's get started. Big inhale. Happy Monday, everybody. Big shoulder roll. Get everything nice and warm. Good. Your feet are apart. Abs are engaged. Take a nice big deep breath. Just kind of get set up for your workout. Keep going. I'm just going to turn it up a little bit. For me, I need some loud pumping music. So the music is just background. Let's make this our last one here and just take those arms nice and big. You can add a little bend here, a little bend in the knee. Good. Good. And then just go the other way when you're ready. Just going to take it forward. So just nice and big. I know it feels a little awkward going forward. Good. And then we're going to hold those arms out there. And we're going to cat and cow. Just little flexion and extension of the spine. If you don't want to extend here, then just go to neutral, okay? So anytime you're going into anything, you want to make sure that core is engaged. Keep going. Getting those shoulders too. And last one. Let's squat down and up. So you don't have to make it a big squat right now. Just kind of getting those hips going, getting the knees going. You might hear a few cracks and creaks. That's okay. Pulse it down for 2 and come up on your tippy toes. Pulse, pulse, and lift. Just keep that going, getting those feet and ankles going. 2 more. Last one. Good. And then we're just going to lift the knees up, alternating. Just get those knees going. You can hug it in. Find that balance. Good. We'll get everything nice and warm. And we're going to open up those hamstrings with a good morning. Here we go. Take those hands right above the ears. Hinge at the hip. So just a review, this is a hinge motion. You have the knees slightly bent because you don't want to lock anything out. This is what we do in a deadlift. We are going to be doing deadlifts today, single and double. So hands just above the ears, or you can have them behind the head. Just keep the elbows wide. Put this hair back. One more time. Good. All right, let's open up those feet a little wider. Toes face me. And just start working those inner thighs a little bit. We are going to be doing an inner thigh section today. Inner thigh, hamstring, glutes, all connected to your core as well. Bring that shoulder down. So anytime we think about our core, it's not just our abdominals, it's front and back, side to side, the obliques. Good. A couple more. And take a deep breath up and then fold forward. So if it's too much to fold forward, you can just kind of stay here, hands above the knees. Now bend your knees and straighten. Mine are going to be little to start. And then I'll make it a little bigger, hopefully. You can walk your feet in a little bit. And last one, roll it all the way up. Ooh, sorry about that. Blew you out there. All right, let's just pivot those hips. Good. Just want to release that low back. So don't want any tension in the low back. So just check in with that low back. See how it's feeling. All right, take a deep breath up and exhale. We're going to get right into legs. So I'm going to start with a suitcase squat. Okay, so we're just going to go down and up. It's going to be 45 seconds. Okay, down and up, and then we'll build from there. I'm going to just go with 12s here. We're going to go right in. We're going to keep it basic today. All right, here we go. 45 seconds. Here we go. Down and up. So again, we are just getting started. So take it right down and up. Good. I like to start out with legs. We kind of get that heart rate up a little bit. Really squeeze through those glutes. So we're going to hit everything today. We're going to start with legs. We're going to do some core. We're going to do some biceps, triceps, shoulders, chest, and back. Good. Music is just background, so we're moving nice and smooth through all these movements. Good. You want to make sure you pause a little bit at the bottom and then really push off those heels. Squeeze. Good. 5 seconds. And last one. Good. Put those weights down. We're going to pulse it down. No weight for this one. 45 seconds. Just pulses. Just feeling that burn a little bit. Sometimes nice to really just go back to basics. Sometimes we have a band around for this one. Right now, we just want to feel that pulse. Good. Nice long reach to the crown of the head. Try not to let momentum take over. Sometimes we underestimate these, how hard they are. Squeeze, keep the squeeze on the glutes and hamstrings. Abs are tight. See if you can go down a little further down, but not rounding the shoulders. Good. 5 seconds. And come up. Ooh, deadlifts. Okay. Double deadlift. I'm going to go 15s, almost like that good morning. Right down and up. It's a hinge movement, not a squat. So we're going to go 15 pounds. I am going 15 pounds. You don't have to go 15. You might want to go 20. You might want to go 10. All right. Ready, go. 45 seconds. Now the arms stay close to the body. And you really want to push into the floor, squeeze at the top. What you don't want to do is tilt the shoulders back when you come up. Just stand and squeeze those glutes as hard as you can. Good. So sometimes we do compound moves. I do those a lot in my HIIT workouts. But today we're really just focusing on legs first. I may throw in a compound move when we do our upper body, but probably not many. Love to start out with legs. Keep that core engaged. Squeeze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. One more. And come up. Good. Put those weights down. We're going to go back to that squat pulse. But this time, we're going to keep our both heels down to start. And we're going to lift our right heel and pulse. You have 30 seconds each side. So this toe is super light. Again, don't go too fast here. We want to stay low and overload this glute and hamstring. So you're not leaning, but this toe, this right toe is super light. Again, really just overloading here. A little bit extra time under tension. Our core is tight. Long reach out the crown of the head. Keep going. And switch. So now that right heel is down. Our left heel is up. Keep your eyes forward. What you don't want to do is this. You want to keep your chest up in a squat. Come on. Breathe, shoulders melting down the back. A few more seconds. Keep pushing into this heel. This toe is super light. 3, 2, and 1. Good. All right, we're going to go 2 weights here. It's a single leg deadlift to a single leg squat. We have 45 seconds, right leg first, and then we have that right toe just on a diagonal. So if you're not sure, take your heel to heel and then pick up the toe. So this toe is light. I'm going to go 12s here. So it's a single leg deadlift to a squat. So it's 2 moves. Ready? Here we go. Single leg deadlift and then staggered squat. All your pressure is in that left leg, that left heel. Try to create a lightness on that right toe. Nice. So we're overloading this left glute. Little surprise coming for this one. Time under tension. We're going to go right into a pulse at the end of this. So don't be surprised if we're here a little bit longer. Squeeze. Your left glute should be burning. I reduced to 12-pound weights for myself because I want to feel good in my lower back. Really push off that left heel. Hinge at the hip. That's strengthening your low back. Give me 1 more. Lighten up that right toe. Now hold this one down and go up a little, down a little. If you have to take the weights out, go ahead. This toe is super light. We can also do this on a bench, but I didn't know if everybody had a bench, so you could always have this foot up on a bench. Ooh. Keep long through the crown of the head. Keep pushing into this left heel. Woo! Like you're pulling your foot off of gum on the street. That's the worst feeling. 4 more. Come on, you got 5 seconds. Bring it up. Woo! Put those weights out of your hand. Good job. We're going to go to the other side. I'm just going to grab a quick little sip. All right. Other side. So first, we go to that single leg deadlift to a single leg squat. Ready? Getting a lot done in these first few minutes. Here we go. Now, on your deadlift, you can have your weights. I like my weights with my palms facing because that just feels good for me. If your low back is feeling tight, just keep your weights at the side, like here, the whole time, even for your deadlift. I just don't like that for me personally, but I know a lot of people who do like it. Keep going. So this is a good way to get into separating in your brain a hinge move from a squat move. So this is a deadlift. And I like to pair these together because you can kind of say, oh yeah, okay, I'm hinging. And I've been doing this a long time, but I still have to like say to myself, okay, hinge, 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 and then push into your squat. Come on. Oh, again, you're heavy into that right heel. Left toe is light. Hips back. Hinge, hinge, hinge. Don't rush these. Okay, we have one more. Your last deadlift. And then we have that little pulse. Hold it here. And then we go up a little, down a little. So this is 30 seconds. So keep going. If you need to take the weights out, go ahead. What you want to make sure you're not doing is this. See how I'm moving this, but this isn't moving? You need to move this, okay? And then the upper body just goes along for the ride. Chest is up. Keep that left toe light. Squeeze your core. Squeeze those abs, squeeze your glutes. Breathe, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Should have felt maxed out there. All right, nice job. All right, so we're gonna change the squat now. One weight here, and you're gonna go down halfway, down and up. It's for inner thighs, it's like a plie or a sumo. You can hold 2 weights here or 1, okay? I'm gonna hold 1 because we are gonna go down on the mat and do inner thigh off here after this. So you know what? I'm gonna take a 15, challenge myself. You can hold the weight like this or like this. So slight toe turn out. We go down and halfway, down and up. You can start whenever you're ready. This is also a little harder on the glutes. You're getting a little bicep here, a little time under tension. Abs are tight. Really think about like your inner thighs zipping up like a zipper. And don't forget to squeeze your glutes and hamstrings. So I'm going to show you from the side. You're going to keep going. So I just have a little hinge forward to accommodate the movement here. I'm not here, okay? And you want to make sure that your knees are not folding in. From here, we go down to the floor for inner thigh and a little bit more glute. And then we move on to abs, and then we hit upper body. Try to push equally into both heels and off both heels. All right. We're going to hold the next one down. Feel your abs here. Hold it and then pulse here. You knew that was coming, right? So I'm going to show you from the front. If the weight becomes too much, you can do this, okay? Keep going. See if you can hold down a little lower. But you got to squeeze those lower abs, tuck that pelvis under a little bit so you have a lot of time under tension on those inner thighs. Think about your pelvic floor, that band that's like a hammock that supports all your internal organs. 3, 2, hold it down, hold. Lower, hold. Shoulders down the back and come up. Whew. All right, come on down to your mat. How we doing? Good, okay. So I am live on Facebook public, so hopefully somebody else is seeing this as well. Although I did send out the link to my group. I may have to move. Okay, so I'm going to be right here. Back, heel down into the floor. This inner thigh faces the ceiling. We're going to go up and down, up, down. Just think about your inner thigh facing the ceiling. Okay, come on, up and up. Squeeze and squeeze. If you come up too high, everybody's going to be a little different here. You want to keep the knee and toe facing front. Want that inner thigh facing the ceiling. Don't forget about your core here. Push down into the floor with this back leg. If you want to make it harder on your core, lift it up. Now, if that interferes with anything or you're positioning here, don't do it. That just adds a little bit more to your core, and it's a little harder to support yourself here. Make sure you're not here. You can also be all the way down. I'm going to put my toe down. Now hold it up and point and just pulse it. Come on. Abs are super tight. Make sure you're not letting momentum take over, so the pace is up and up and up and up. Flex your foot, halfway there. Who's feeling it? Now, if you need a little more support, you're going to take this heel and push it into the ground. That's going to help you. You can also lower this leg. Try not to stop. You're feeling that quad too, I know. 8 more. Hold it up. And now just 30 seconds of this little knee bend. Now you can lower it and lift it. Oh, my leg is shaking. So you can lift it up and then lower it. But again, you don't want to go too low here. You don't want to go too low or too high. You want to keep that knee facing out. Ooh, you have 10 seconds. It's not a big bend, it's a small bend. Oh. Keep the core tight, and last one, and bring it down. Ooh. Stretch that out. All right, before we go to the other side, we're adding a little bit of core just because it fits in nicely here. So we're going to go to a butterfly crunch. You can either be here for 45 seconds, okay, or up and down. Making sure your back doesn't arch when you come down. Go, 45 seconds. Now, if that bothers you, go one side at a time. That is totally fine. You're still in that butterfly position. So anytime something doesn't feel good with both legs at the same time, make sure your back doesn't arch when you bring your feet down. That's where, if you're not in your core, you're going to feel that arch in the back. We want to stay in our center. Come on. Remember, you can be here. Stay on the tips of the shoulder blades. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Come up. We'll go to the other side. Ooh. All right. We're going to do the same thing here. Push into the floor with that back leg. Up and down. Feels good to have a fresh side. Make sure you're comfortable here. If you need to double up your mat, depending on what surface you're on, you might want a towel under that elbow, but you're not like pushing so hard on the elbow. Inner thigh, nice and slow. So again, take a little inventory here. If your leg's coming up too high and you're here and your knee and your toes start to go up, it's too high. Try to stay out of this shoulder. Again, you can lift this leg up. Come on. I always feel like legs takes a while to do, so it does kind of feel that way, but it flies by after this. Flies by. Who doesn't like to work legs? Now hold it up and point and pulse. So we have half and half here. We're going to do point and then we'll flex, and we have those little press outs, and then you're done with this inner thigh stuff. Remember, you can bring this leg up to make it a little harder, but make sure you're not here, okay? You want to make sure you're still on that side. I kind of like to have my heel up. It's a nice, like, happy medium there. But again, now I'm feeling a little bit. Now flex your foot, keep going. Don't worry about how high you go. All you want to think about is that inner thigh. If you're here, come all the way down. Okay, you can have your head on something here. But again, make sure you're on your side. Keep going. Ooh. And hold it up. Little press. Now again, push this foot into the ground. It does help a little bit. You're going to feel your core a lot on this one. Remember I said that inner thigh is connected to our core. So are glutes and hamstrings. So anytime you're working all that, you're working your core. That's great. Those deadlifts really work the low back, which is your erector spinae, all those muscles in the low back. Oh, good Lord. Anybody else feeling this? Oh, keep it small. Again, you can stay in one place. You have 5 seconds. Really stay lifted here. Breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Oh. All right. We're going to go to that butterfly crunch again, but this time we're going to a penguin in a butterfly position. So you can have your legs up and you're going to touch the outside or right here. It just stretches out. You can also have your hands behind your head if you need that head support. What you don't want to do is look up, look out a little bit. So I'm going to do 20 seconds down, 20 up. All right, here we go. So you're lifted. You're not lifting and lowering. Let your knees kind of go to the side. Just you don't have to worry too much about where you touch. You're getting that rib to hip right here and right here. Again, if you need to, there's no problem here. You can use your hand to help support the head. Don't push on it. It's support. Now I'm going to come up, finish here. It's a little harder. Ooh. So I am going to try to get to the outside because I want to get that rib to hip. Keep your low abs tight so that you're not moving this way. Again, you can be here. Really have to press that low back down a little bit. 5 seconds. And hug your knees in. Ooh, let your head relax and look right and left. Take a little pressure off there. We have glute bridges, and we're going to segue right into abs, okay? So grab a drink. Abs are in the middle today. Then we have a little upper body kind of circuit, okay? So first we're going to do glute bridges. So you're going to have one weight as an option at your hips. Okay, I'm going to take a 12, but you want to feel good about it. You can always take it out. All right, so I'm going to have my feet on the ground. Again, sometimes we use a band and a weight, but today just a weight. So the weight is here. Again, you can try it without the weight too. We're going to lift those hips up for 2 and down for 2. Let's go up. 45 seconds. So when you come up in your pelvic tilt, your glute bridge, you want to make sure you're not popping and extending. I don't even want to do it and show it, but you want to make sure you're just coming down, squeezing up, pushing into your heels. So if you can't do deadlifts, or if you don't like to do deadlifts, this is a great alternative. Good. Just hold that weight in place. Again, at any time, you can just take it out. Keep your arms just gently at the side or maybe up in the air. Good. Sorry about the mic there. Really push into your heels. Come on. Now you're going to hold the next one up. We're going into a little progression here. Up and halfway down. Up and halfway down. Again, just staying up as high as you can, squeezing those hamstrings and glutes, pushing your feet into the floor, keeping your lower abs tight. Again, you don't have to have the weight. This is a lot of time under tension because we're really holding up a little higher now. So this would qualify as your strength workout. I recommend doing 2 strength workouts a week, maybe a couple of cardio or a cardio hit. I do 2 HIIT workouts a week, which are more metabolic in nature. I use weights for some strength, but it's not my strength workout. It's more strength and conditioning, metabolic conditioning, and quicker intervals. So more duration intervals with a short rest, things like that, like an interval training, and then a Pilates workout. And then, I always recommend on the weekends, maybe a walk, a mind body, another Pilates, something like that. If you want to go out for a run or something, that's great too. Hold it up, hold. Bring your knees together, hold. Feel those inner thighs zipping up, and now pulse 30 seconds and we're done. If again, this is just like, ooh, this is hurting your low back, you take that weight out. You can have your arms up or across the chest. That makes it a little harder because you're not, even that little bit with your hands, it does make it a little bit easier. So you can be here or here. Keep squeezing those knees together. Push your feet into the floor. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. You're hardly going down here. Hardly a movement. Squeeze those knees into each other. Squeeze those inner thighs. 4, 3, 2, hold it up and bring it down. Oh, hug your knees into your chest. Oh, take a little circle of those knees. Let those inner thighs go. Good. Good. All right. Roll yourself up. Take a little stretch forward. We're going to go right into abs. All right. Okay. We're going to start down. We already did a little bit of abs. We're going to start with a bicycle, single, single, double. The first time we do it, we're going to have bent knees. The second time is going to be straight leg, okay? So 45 seconds, hug the knees in, lift the head, neck, and shoulders up. Again, you can be here and just go side to side as well, or here and just get used to that movement, okay? So one leg goes out, single, single, hold, single, single, hold. So we're doing 3 bicycles. So you're always holding to a different side. 1, 2, hold. It feels good on my legs. I hope your legs too. Hands are just there for a little support. You can flex or point your toes or have them neutral. The higher the legs, the easier it's going to be on your lower abs to stay engaged. But really follow through and extend that leg. Even if it's the two quicker ones. Come on. Feels great to start your week off this way. Last one. Hold and bring it in. Quick rest. We're going to do that same thing with straight legs. Okay? Single, single, hold. Head, neck, and shoulders up. I like to point. 1, 2, hold. 1, 2, hold. The reason I'm doing this, because it's a nice little stretch for your legs too. 1, 2, hold. You can do 1 foot on the ground too if you need to. Breathe. 1, 2, hold. One more time. 1, 2, shoulder to knee and hold. Bring it in, roll it up. Nice job. Okay, we have 1 weight. I'm going to use a 10. We have a Russian twist. Now you can have your feet down. I'm going to start with my feet down and then I'm going to have my feet up, but slow. So I'm going to hold the weight like this. Lean back, shoulders in your imaginary back pockets. Nice and slow. Sometimes it's harder. 45 seconds. Let's go. Sometimes it's harder to go slower. You can also Lift one leg up as you twist. Makes it a little harder. Or both legs up. But if you're flopping all around or your low back hurts, you're going to take it out. You can also do this without a weight. It's definitely harder with my feet up, but I have to, what's harder about it is my low abs. It's harder for me to brace. Keep going. Four, three, two, and one. Good job. All right. We're going to do a leg lower with a hip lift. Try not to do this with momentum. I'm going to do a single leg drop first. Head, neck, and shoulders up. We do a hip lift and a lower. And a hip lift and a lower. You can do this with bent knees. I'll show you that. You can go hip lift, extend, hip lift, extend, okay? Hip lift, you can do both legs. Hip lift, you can even put your head down for the leg lowers. What you want to make sure when you lower the leg that your core is engaged and you're not popping the rib cage out. Hip lift might be really small. You can also do it with this kind of up and extend one or both legs. I kind of like straight leg. So you're going out to that like hollow hold. Try to make that hip lift as smooth as you can, originating it from here. Remember, you want your abs to lift those legs up. I mean, one more. And hug it in. Whew. Good job. All right. Come into a plank. We have a couple more moves. If we have time, we'll throw in a little bit more abs at the end. So we have spiders. You can put your hands up on a bench. You can even put them on dumbbells. Or you can have your hands on the floor, okay? So you're going to be in a high plank. You're going to bring slow your knee to the outside of the elbow. This is also going to work your inner thighs a little bit, okay? So again, you don't need your weights. You can be up or you can be here, okay? Get into your position and go. Nice and slow. 45 seconds. Keep going. I'm going to put my hands on the bench. Just feels better on my wrists. It can be any bench. If you don't have a bench, use a step at home. If you're working out outside. So try not to go too fast here. Or you can just hold your plank here. Okay. Another option is tapping that toe to the ground. It's a good option there. I'm really feeling those obliques here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Ooh. All right, we're going to be in an elbow plank, one of my favorites. So we're going to go elbow plank to dolphin, which is almost like you're just lifting your hips, you're piking the hips up. So your elbows are parallel, your forearms are parallel. Make sure you're not here when you're in your plank. If you're just starting out, maybe you just hold a plank here on your knees and get used to this. You're still working your shoulders too. So warming up that upper body, okay? So feet are close together. So we go up and down, slow though, slow. Hips up, and then they come down, hold. So remember, the harder part of this is going to be the plank. So we want to hold it there and then come up. Keep your glutes tight. I know you're feeling your shoulders too. And the reason I'm doing this is to warm up that upper body because that's coming next. Can't wait for the upper body circuit. Hold. Squeeze. Reach through the crown of the head. Get your best plank. Make sure you're in your toes here. One more. And then we're going to hold our best plank together for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Stretch it back. All right. Child's pose. Grab a drink. We're moving on. Okay. So we have a little set we're going to do in between the upper body so that you feel your chest and back a little more. And we're going to throw in some squat jumps because why not? So it's 10 push-ups or chest press. I'm going to do push-ups, 10 squat jumps, and 10 renegade rows. And I'll give you an option for the rows. You can do them standing, okay? 10 push-ups or 10 chest presses. Remember, a chest press, you're going to go heavy with your weight, okay? So you're going to be here, okay? If you don't want to do push-ups, heavy with your weight. You can do it on a bench or the floor, but you're not putting your weight down. You're just kind of really nice and slow. Get heavy weights here. I would probably use 20s if I had, if I was going to be doing these. Push-up, I'm going to be on the bench, full or modified. Ready? Let's bang these out. I'm going to have my feet apart. Here we go. Your count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up. Give me 10 squats or 10 squat jumps right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 renegade rows. You're going to get in a plank. You can also do bent over rows here, right, and left. Try this with me though. Challenge yourself. Here we go. That weight comes up. Just 10, 2, 3. Keep your hips quiet. 4, 5, 6, 7. You're in a plank. 8, 9, 10. All right. We're doing that again a little bit. All right. Whew. All right. Shoulders first. So we're going to do Arnold press, 45 seconds. I'm going to have my 10s. Up and down. Sorry. 45 seconds. Then we have front raises. I'm going to use my 8s. And then we're going to do alternating lateral raises. And then we're done. And then we do that little thing again. All right. Ooh. Here we go. Arnold press. Now, if you like, sometimes I do this with a step out. I'm not or anything. Keep going. Breathe. 45 seconds. I should note, keep going with that. If you can't go overhead, do upright rows, okay? This is totally fine, okay? Should have said that before. 8 seconds. Keep that core engaged. Try not to lean back. And last one. Put them down. Ooh. I'm going to get my 8. We're going to have our palms facing down. We're going up and down. We're going to hit the top of the shoulder again. Right. You can use something light. You can also use one weight. You're going to stay solid here. Make sure you're not arching back. So tuck the pelvis under. Ready? Here we go. These 8s feel perfect for me. 45 seconds. If you want to feel challenged, you can go one arm at a time. I challenge you to get 2 lighter weights and go together. Now, what am I not doing? I'm not throwing my body weight back. Use one weight. I'll show you that. Keep going. But just make sure you're challenged by it. I think it's a lot harder with 2, especially on your core. Push the floor away. Use the floor as much as you can. Squeeze through your glutes, your abs. Make sure you're not locked through the knees. 5 seconds. And control it on the way down. Good job. I'm going to switch to my 10s. We're going to go alternating lateral raise. You can go both together. I just want to go a little heavier here. Actually, I think I'm going to use 12s. Okay. Remember, I'm just giving you a guide because I'm going heavier because we're going one arm at a time. Feet are a little closer together. Here we go. 45 seconds. Little bend in the elbow. I'll show you from the side. I'm not going dead to the side. I'm going a little bit on an angle. Ooh. Who says your heart rate doesn't go up in strength training? When you lift heavy enough weights, it definitely will. Come on. Can't wait to do those push-ups again. What it shows you, I always used to in my Saturday morning class, I used to do push-ups in between everything. Because you get to see how your biceps feel in a push-up, how your shoulders feel in a push-up after you overload them with your weights. Ooh. Last one. And bring it down. Good job. All right. Push-ups. We're going right to it. We have biceps after this. Let's go. Your count. Here we go. You can also do these on your knees. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep your back nice and long. 7. This is a moving plank, so it's a lot of core. 2 more. I don't know if I counted right. I'm going to do 1 more as a bonus. 10 squat jumps or 10 pulses. 8. This is your count. Renegade rows. I'm going to stay with my 15s. 10 of them. Come on. Ready? And go. You go when you're ready. Elbow goes back. Hand to your hip. 3. A lot of core here. 5. Come on, breathe. Last one for me. Finish when you're ready. Get a drink. All right, biceps. All right, 3 exercises. Palms, 2-2 curl. Palms up. If you want, you can have those palms in or do a sweeper curl. All right, I'm gonna go 12s. Oh. Okay, 45 seconds. Push the floor away, use your legs, use your core. Here we go. How we doing? Show you from the side. Now you can always kickstand it if your back is feeling tight. If I'm gonna kickstand, I try to alternate it. So let me just get back to weights. Why are we lifting weights? This is gonna help your metabolism. It's gonna help your bones. It's gonna help you feel stronger. It's gonna help your mental health. It's gonna make you feel stronger, empowered. And it just feels good to be stronger. As we age, we lose muscle mass every year from like the age 30 on. I know that's something we shouldn't dread, but be empowered by it. Last 5 seconds. Elbows pointing down, use your biceps and release. You want to feel those last few should be a challenge. All right. Isometric, we're gonna hold the weights up, down with the right, down with the left, okay? I'm gonna stick with my 12s here. So for the first half, we're gonna be palms up and then we'll be palms in, okay? So half and half. Palms up, here we go. So one arm is always under tension. We have one more after this. We go back to those push-ups. And then we just have triceps and we're done. So you want to make sure you're not doing this, okay? You want to lift heavy enough weight to feel it, but be able to control it. Now turn those palms in. A little different feel. Lock it in. Lock it in before the other one goes. This isn't a bicycle type alternating. This is an isometric hold. Lock it in. Looking good, guys. Lock it in. Lock it in. Watch your grip. Watch your breath. Core is engaged. Last one. And bring it down with control. I'm going to go lighter on this one. We're going to start here. Okay? We're going to go out, up. We stay in this upper part. Okay? So it's a W curl. Okay, we rotate in and out. It's like a little rotator cuff, but make sure you're not opening. Okay? Last one. Palms up. Right here. Here we go. Up. 45 seconds. Go at your own pace. I'm gonna come down here. You can also do this on your knees. Just want to see where we are time-wise. Oh, good. All right. We have triceps coming. So some of my workouts might be a little shorter if I'm only doing a certain muscle group, like if I was just doing legs today, legs and abs. So later this week, I'll be doing just probably a split of just legs or just upper body. Come on. Oh. Almost there, I promise. Can't wait to do those push-ups. Give me one more. Bring it in with control. Ooh. All right. Push-ups. Right away, because I want you to feel in those biceps. All right, ready? 10, 10, and 10. Ready? Your count. You know what to do. Oh, there are those biceps. Elbows go back. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, okay. I'm going to go a little bit harder here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Renegade rows. This in a knee or regular plank. I want to move kind of quickly here. It's almost like a little AMRAP. Keep that core on. This should not be quick. You want to make sure you nail and lock in that plank. That's 4, 5. I just moved over my hands. I felt like I was a little back here. So make that adjustment. So if you do Pilates with me, you increase that mind-body connection that I talk about. That's how you can really feel when things are off, okay? I'm going to be doing a Pilates on Wednesday, I think on Zoom. Stay tuned for that if you want to join for free. All right. It'll probably be Wednesday afternoon. You can do it on any time, maybe early evening. I haven't decided yet. All right, triceps. Arms are shaky. All right, let's do this one from our knees because we're going to go down. One weight. Or two. Oh, I may stand. Or two weights. Right here. Down and up. I'm going to stand just so my mic doesn't get wonky. Right here. One weight or two. Okay. Okay. All right. I'm going to use 2 10s, 45 seconds. You can kneel. Ready? Elbows high. That's another one that I always talk about. Your elbows should be facing up. Push the weight into each other. Now, you can also hold on to the weight this way, as long as your elbows aren't going out to the side. Okay? That's fine too. Or you can hold it this way. Just make sure you're holding it evenly. Keep going. Working the back of the arm. Tuck that pelvis under, squeeze and push the floor away. Now, if you do this on your knees, it's going to be harder on your core because you don't have your legs to help you here. But I also feel like I'm getting a bigger glute burn because I'm squeezing. 5 seconds. Keep your weights up. Push them into each other and time. Bring it in. Woo. All right. All right. Skull crusher. Bring it down. I'm going to stay with my 10s. We're going to do skull crusher to a narrow chest press. So, and then we'll just do an isometric skull crusher. That's going to be fun. So you're going to let those elbows kiss the rib cage for your narrow press and then a skull crusher. Okay? So 2 weights. There we go. 45 seconds. Now, if you have 1 weight, when you do the skull crusher, your weights are not going to go to either side of the temple. They're going to be more towards the forehead, but not touching it. Okay, so let me show you that. Keep going. So if I want to use my 1 heavier weight, which really, so there's your skull, and there's your narrow press. But please make sure you're challenged. Like this 12 is not challenging me. The 2 10s are challenging me. Or 2 12s would probably be hard too. Keep your spine down, but we're moving slow. We have 1 more exercise after this. We're going to finish with that little tricep, and then we'll be done. Abs are tight. Last one. Keep those elbows over your shoulders. Nice. All right. Isometric skull crusher. Watch carefully. You're here. Up with the right. Up with the left. Okay, not back here. Okay, it's not a pullover. One arm is always at 90 degrees. If that doesn't float your boat, just keep going with the 2, okay? Or the 1 heavy weight. 45 seconds. Come on. Let's get it. Ready? Go. Now, sometimes when we do 1 weight, let me show you what can happen. Keep going. You're not throwing anything. You're not like casting a line out. And I just say that because that's kind of what it can look like when we do 1 arm. Whenever you're doing triceps, you don't want to add any wrist, okay? Just think about your tricep. Again, if the isometric is not working, then just go back to this and then maybe add that little narrow chest press. But this is hard because 1 Tricep is always under tension, just like we did with the biceps. Squeeze your abs, use your breath, you're almost there. Don't add the wrists, just extend. Last one. Oh. And bring those elbows in. Whew. Roll it up. Before we get too comfy and cozy, let's do the push-ups, the renegade rows or the standing row, the squat jumps, okay? Ready? You're gonna feel your triceps. Go. You can go any speed as long as you're in control. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm feeling my back too. 9, 10. Oh, all right. Squat jumps. I'm going to add a little twist. 2, 3, 4. Remember, you can be here. Okay, like we did in our leg section. Sit deeper. Jump higher. Land softer. I lost count. And last one, I like to have that little cardio burst before we do the renegade row, because see how hard it is? That's training you for my HIIT workout tomorrow. That's what it's all about. It's like, and then we grab weights. Come on, last 10, and we cool down. Go. So you don't want to wait too long. That short little bit. 4 more for me. Come on. Really control it on the way down. Use your back to lift the weight, not your hand. And last one. Whew, you did it. Nice job. Get a drink. Clear this space a little. Nice job. Whew. Quick drink. And we're going to cool down. All right. A few deep breaths. Walk a little bit. All right. Walk around a little. Breathe. I'm just going to put a nice calming kind of Pilates-esque song on. All right, so by now you're walking around a little bit recovered in that heart rate. All right, I just want to make a little space. All right, deep breath up. Exhale, roll your shoulders. Take a little inventory. We did this in the beginning when we started. Hopefully you're feeling a little different. One more time. And exhale. Good. Bring your arms in. Bring your feet a little closer. Up, out, and in, down, slow. This is how I usually start my fitness Pilates class. And now a little side bend. Just take it side to side. Easy. You can also take that arm up and over. Whatever feels good. Let that spine move in all ways, all planes. Last one. Bring your arms out in front of you and just rotate to the right and rotate to the left. And then bring your arms back to the front and take your right leg back to a curtsy. Bring it up and then twist to each side and then curtsy to the other side. So it doesn't matter what side you go to first. I don't want to confuse it that much and confuse myself. Curtsy, hinging at the hip. Just bringing that heart rate down. Last one. I'm bringing my fingertips down because I'm a little warmer now And you're probably a little warmer. Good. Open up your feet nice and wide. Good. Hinge at your hip, come halfway down. And then up, almost like a wide good morning. Having that connection right here. Good. And now rotate. And come out and rotate to the other side. So really coming up, rotating. So your shoulder comes down and you rotate and then you hinge. You're getting a nice stretch in not only the shoulder, but also the hamstring. That chest comes pretty close to your leg. One more on the other side. Good. Always make sure that core is engaged. And now just round and release the back. Little cat and cow. I'm going to cool down standing today and be on our merry way. Again, you can go to that extension here, or you can just come to a more neutral back. Feels good on your shoulders. And bring it in. Good. Now fold yourself into, you can stay here or all the way down. Guess I forgot to put my hair up. Over to the right leg. You can go out a little wider here. Chest to thigh. If you want, you can bring this arm up, but what I don't want to see is this, okay? Okay, I want to see the rotation from your shoulder. And then other side. So get the fold first and then start to rotate from your center. Then maybe you bring the arm up. Back to center. And then walk or safely jump your feet in and then roll it up. Big shoulder roll, big arm circle, lace the fingertips behind you. Take that calf stretch here. Push the world away. Other side. Push that heel past the floor, push the world away. You can keep that heel down, you can tuck it, doesn't really matter. Inhale, fold over both legs. Inhale, look up. You can have your hands above your knees, or you can bring them here, or bring them to the floor. Fold, bend your knees, roll it up, ragdoll up, like a standing Pilates roll up. Inhale up, little back extension. Bring your hands in. Roll the shoulders, roll down. Again, I always do this in my Pilates class when we start. Roll it up. And when we end, big shoulder roll, big arm circle, hands to your heart. I have kept you long enough. Make sure you hydrate. And don't forget to follow me. Again, if you want to be in the know on all my workouts, go join my email list at fitwithchristina.com, and I will put you on my email list. Always check your junk mail if you're not seeing anything. I get that a lot. People say, oh, I didn't get your email, but it's typically in the junk mail. So make sure you're drinking some water after this, and just a good rule of thumb is within a couple hours have some protein, okay? Protein in every meal, especially for women, and strength training. All right, so I will be in touch about the Wednesday Pilates class, and tomorrow. Bye, go Rutgers. I know, Maryland didn't do so well, Suzanne. We know that. All right. But I was happy for you guys. All right, see you guys.